Howdy, cowboys and cowgirls and anime boys and all people all around the world. My name is Mr. Anime Dad, and I'm here to invite you to the Anime Dad podcast. I apologize, my old-timey watch just went off, but I'm pumped to have another episode with my favorite person.
They call me Sheriff Bjorvio.
Sheriff Sheriff Bjorvio. That's a gangster name. I like that a lot. Now, what's your middle name, Sheriff Bjorvio?
The.
Great, great. And is your last name Sheriff?
No, it's Bjorvio.
Oh, I like it. Very nice indeed. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Like I said, I am pumped for this episode. I'm pumped for every episode that I can talk to this main man, and for you to listen is a bonus. Now, let's get into our three improv questions to begin. For those newcomers who don't know what these are, that's okay. We'll forgive you this time, not next time. What's happening is we make up questions, improv questions, and on the spot, and we answer them on the spot as well, and they usually are well thought out and brilliant. So Bjorvio is going to start giving me an improv question. Go.
All right, so you wake up on a distant planet and you start scurrying around for water, and the first thing you find is a Magikarp that is not in any kind of water. It's just kind of sitting around there going, Corp, Corp, just
Hmm.
floating around, just like kind of bouncing around. What do you do?
Well, firstly, I'm on a deserted island, you said.
You're on a distant planet.
Even better. Now, I'm going to be hungry. So, um, I'd either butcher it, okay, then and there, and cook it up over a nice warm fire, or I will catch it with a Master Pokeball, and he will be my Pokemon, and eventually turn into a Gyarados. But not just any Gyarados, a purple Gyarados, a shiny Gyarados, a Gyarados that will change people's lives. Um, so that's what's gonna happen with me. Does that satisfy your
Okay.
curiosity?
Absolutely. I was thinking you were going to pick up the Magikarp and use it as a hatchet till it evolved into Gyarados and then it decided to hate you and eat you. But I don't know. I like your better answer. There's more hope in there.
Let's say you were a Russian doll, all right? But you were the
hmm
smallest person in the Russian doll set. Now you were stuck in there. You didn't see light for years because no one ever plays with you. Um, Suddenly, a beam of light hits you in the face. Who is it, and what do you say to them?
You know that first child that was born in My Hero Academia that has
Yep.
the radiating light quirk? Okay. Yeah, it's not them. It's not them at all. I really hate to tell you. It's Cyclops from X-Men using his heat vision, and there goes my face.
Oh no! You just saw light to die? That's sad.
Apparently so. You know what? Sometimes life is tragic.
That's true. That's true. What's your second question?
All right. Very short question, but a very complicated answer. Um, if you had to be a gym, a Pokemon gym leader, what typing would your gym be?
It would be. It would be called the Rainbow Gym, and it encompasses all types. I'm the master of all elements. I am Avatar. I'm Aang. I'm the last Airbender, and that particular gym will be the greatest gym on the planet. We will to get into the gym. There's 3 interviews, 4 battles, and $6 million you need to pay. So yeah, it's a gym that will really really take off. Ash Ketchum hasn't even joined the gym because he's not strong enough. So it's unfortunate, but like you said, life is hard. Life is traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second question for you. You wake up one morning and you're in the dinosaur era. All right, this is a dinosaur. I'm showing up to the screen. Okay, you're in the dinosaur era. Um, you walk outside your house, but no one else is there. It's your house and a dinosaur planet. All right, Brachiosaurus comes overhead. Tyrannosaurus looks around the corner on your left. What's your first thing that you eat? Doesn't have to be a dinosaur.
T T-Rex. I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Tyrannosaurus Rex can't see out of their right eye, so it's just for giggles and grins. So it's not going to see me coming when you pick up my Magikarp and use it as a hatchet to take out the T-Rex slowly and painfully, but once it's done, I then eat the T-Rex.
I like that a lot, and it'll be slow and painful. That's sad, but life is hard. I like that's our theme for today. What's your second final question from me?
All right. So you have just discovered that you're an alien, and you get kidnapped by your uncle, who is also an alien, and then you're not having the best day. He didn't take you to the picnic. He didn't take you to a park, nothing. Instead, you get kidnapped by another alien who throws you at a mountain. What do you do?
Um, that was one of the best questions we've had on improv questions. Firstly, it's not kidnapped, it's alien napped. I apologize, just get your phrasing
Ah,
right, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm thrown at a mountain. The first thing I do, because I'm a type of alien that actually can become a mountain, I'll turn into that mountain and stay there for another 20, 30 years until my uncle is unfortunately passed away because life is hard. And then my mountain will drench down to the ground. I'll become dust or air particles, fly up into the clouds, become thunder that is sick. And
yes.
and that will be me. um, Final question for you. You get given a key from a leprechaun. Now, that leprechaun has 3 fingers and 5 toes, but doesn't know its own name. He gives you a riddle to find where this key goes. And the riddle is laptops are beautiful, laptops are hard. Rengoku's a donut, and he loves a bard. Now, where does this key lock and why? How did you get to that conclusion?
Quite simple. So, because laptops are hard and Rengoku is a donut, clearly what that's hinting at is the fact that computers have USBs. But here's the thing, you also have to keep in mind that because life is hard, USBs, let's be real, you never put them right in on the first try. You flip it and then that doesn't work and then flip it. That's a constant reminder that life is hard. So, the key that he handed me actually fits into the USB port of a laptop. Now, whose laptop? Okay, that goes back to your first point about life being easy. And that is not the leprechauns, not mine, but Aaron Yeager's.
I'm glad you figured that one out. You've obviously read the same book as me, Leprechauns Eat Hard Lives with Laptops. Have you read that book?
I did,
Yeah.
and you threw me for a curveball though. I bet you didn't you were trying to trick me by convincing me it was like the Leprechaun's laptop. However, it was the wording of the very last thing you said that made me realize it wasn't a Leprechaun, it was Aaron Yeager.
I'm
Very
proud.
easy to get confused, but
I'm,
still.
but still, I'm proud of you. That's really, really well done. That is really, really well done. And I think, to be honest, um, we incorporate a lot of really special things in today's improv questions because life's so hard. People listening, maybe we can just make up a quote. Would you like to make up a quote if possible that will help motivate and inspire people to be better? Go.
Okay. I am going to say the quote is just because the world tries to put you down doesn't mean you can't rise up.
Very good. Very much better than the one I was thinking of, but that's very, very good. My one was roses are red, tulips are pretty. Um, don't give up. Just take a bitty. And that was, I think that was said by the great and powerful Buzz Aldrin um, in 1902. Thank you, Pam. My wife is passing me a Dragon Ball cup full of Sensu Bean Elixir. Have you drank that before?
No, but I'm sure it's very tasty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's get into the bulk of our conversation today. Now, this conversation is vital for people. It's happening all over the internet. It's a debate. I'm not sure if we'll fall on the same side of the debate or not, but it is a great conversation to have. Now, just a bit of a disclaimer. Spoilers for people who haven't watched Attack on Titan at all. What you know what episode this is or what season? It's season 5, I think.
I think it's season 3. It might be season 3. I don't remember. I think there's only 4 seasons of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, we're not going to give
Um,
away a tremendous amount.
no, I don't think so. Definitely not the ending.
No,
But I think it's shoot. I heard what episode it was today when I was researching for this video, and I don't remember.
because
I
I
think
haven't
it's something.
actually
The title has something about the sun or the moon, I think is in the title, but I might be mistaken on that.
I haven't actually watched the ending of Attack on Titan yet, and I'm looking forward to that. But this is what's happening so far. Basically, they're in a situation where, well, this is what we're discussing. Armin is on the brink of death, which is Aaron Yeager's, best friend, kind of. Well, he is his best friend. And Erwin, who is the leader and commander of the Scouts, is on the brink of death as well. They can only bring one of those people back to this earth, back to life, and allow them to inherit a power of the colossal Titan. Now, if you're listening to this thinking to yourself, what the heck's going on? Am I crazy? Have I entered a parallel universe where the anime dad's cool? Yes, you have. Now, Armin and
No,
Erwin.
you haven't. We no, you haven't because he's cool in our dimension too.
It is a little bit cold. 1 degree this morning. And actually, no, it was -1 overnight. Very cold.
Eesh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so Armin and Erwin, that's a decision we have to make. And I think we should both close our eyes and like put a no, hold your hand and put an A or an E with our hands in front of the camera to see which one we would bring back to life if we had the choice, and then we can explain our decision. Would that be okay?
I'm good with that.
All right, and why we would have brought that particular person back. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. It's hard to make an. Okay, open. Yes, it's A.
Yes, it's A.
I was trying to make A. I'm like, how the heck do I make it A?
I know. I'm like, I made a triangle. I'm doing the Kiko ho over here.
Good.
Beam for those that don't speak Japanese and watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah, and there's only probably one of those people who listen to us that don't speak Japanese and watch Dragon Ball Z. But
Right.
I'm glad we both chose A. Now, why did you choose Armin?
See, so that's the thing. When I watched Attack on Titan for the first time, this wasn't that hard of a decision for me. And I think it was because I was more emotionally connected to Armin than I was Erwin. And so I was basing it off of emotion. But the more I've, watched Attack on Titan, the more I've researched Attack on Titan, it actually is a lot harder of a decision than I thought. I will admit. Um, and I think even after all the research I've done on it, I still choose Armin because Armin has something that Erwin doesn't have, and that's hope. Armin's had it from the very beginning. He's never given up on that hope. He finds the hope. And in terms of them being smart, they're both incredibly brilliant. Yes, in very similar ways, but not exactly in all. And yes, like Erwin has more experience than Armin does. We're not discounting that. But I think Captain Levi really made the right call for the most part. And I'll get to the reason why the other part here in a second, but I do want to kind of like ask you what was your reasoning for saving Arwen?
Well, great question. And sorry, great, great question. Really good question. No, really
Thanks,
good
man.
comments on it. Nice job. Um, I agree with you a lot there. And it was a hard decision. I was so emotionally invested in it, rewatching it this time. It was really, really challenging, actually, because Irwin, obviously, he had that goal to, he wanted to really see what was in the cellar.
He did.
And he's a good man. He makes good, sound decisions. He's lived a hard life. And I really appreciate his leadership, his courage, and his strength. And Armin doesn't have that courage. He doesn't have that strength. He doesn't have, well, not yet at least. And he's a nervous, timid man. But you're right. He has hope. He has hope. He's got strong relationships within the core. He's, yes, he's smart, but he's not smart stupid. Like, he won't try things if they're too risky. He makes sound
Hmm.
decisions, even though he's not tremendously courageous. And another another point was Erwin is older than Armin, so he might have his ideas. Well, he doesn't have a longer life, obviously, but also his ideas won't be as fresh and new because Erwin's been affected by years of hardship and strife in the walls, as well as if Armin died, for people who know what happens after this particular situation, Aaron would have become an even bigger monster, I believe.
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah, yeah. What? Explain your reasoning a bit more.
So there's a couple of things that I wanted to point out with yours. One, you said that Armin is a complete is a coward, like at this point in the series, and I actually disagree with that because 5 minutes before this happened, he's basically convinced Aaron to attack this thing while he allowed himself to basically be set on fire by the Colossal Titan. Like, if that's not bravery, I don't know what is. I think Arwen at the beginning of the series, yeah, he had like no courage in him whatsoever. But even by this point in season 3, Arwen has grown as a character to where he is more courageous. But even when he knew what he was going to do in this scene with the Colossal Titan, he still had that hope. He was okay with laying down his dreams so long as Aaron got to fulfill his. And I think that really goes to show his character.
That's a
That
good
being
point.
said, Erwin is a walking Erwin is a walking contradiction. Okay, like he's a selfish man. He wants the truth. He values the truth before humanity. He said so himself. But then at other times he's selfless. He's willing to give up his own life for humanity. Um, and there's so many times in the series where he's very smart. He doesn't care about people, but then at the same time, he feels the weight of every single soldier that's died under him that he sacrificed. He's a very well written character, and he's many times kind of contradicts himself in ways that I think just makes him more complicated but more beautiful as a character versus Armin is more by this point in the series is a little bit more straightforward, kind of a straight arrow, but I I still believe that, I still believe that they made the right call. And then another reason why I think Levi gave it to Armin is because his friend Erwin just went out a hero. You know, he led this momentous charge. He's never going to get, you know, any better than what he is right now. And I think Levi probably would have wanted that for his friend. Again, I'm not trying to put words in Levi's mouth. I'm just saying it is a possibility, and I believe it could actually be a thing. I'm not sure. What do you think?
You're completely right. And he says it. He does say he wants his friend to rest. And my goodness, that speech, just talking about Erwin's speech, that gives me goosebumps every time I listen to it. I want to wake up every morning to that speech. It absolutely
I can make that
blows.
happen.
Hey, bro, bro, can you do Erwin's voice?
No.
Have you tried?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay, because you seem to have a
Cannot yet.
similar range to him.
I, I haven't really been able to do any of I forget his voice actor's name. It's like John Michael something or another. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Um yeah, I haven't been able to like muster fully all of his yet, but man, if I could, that'd be the first thing I'm doing is that speech because my goodness, it goosebumps every single time I see it. It's incredible.
it's
Like whoever
mm,
like you know those arguments where people are like, the dub is doesn't have any emotion. You can't watch that scene and tell me that the dub has no emotion. Oh man.
completely agree, bro. Incredible, and yeah, I think that's a goal for you. If you do that scene, um, I think you do so well because you've got the passion behind it, and I think it would sound absolutely incredible with you giving the speech. Another thing that gave me goosebumps is Levi coming at that beach titan and surprising him, tearing him up. That absolutely blew my mind.
Yeah, that was by far one of the best scenes in Attack on Titan. Like everything is so dark at that point. Life is really hard. Life is tragic sometimes. We've been saying that's the theme of the whole episode. But my goodness, when Levi comes onto the scene, you're like, Attack on Titan has a pretty good budget. But that's where most of it went. Because my goodness, that scene was so well animated. You can see the fire in Levi's eyes and the fear in Titans. Like, oh snap. Like, oh my gosh, dude. That is a wonderful, wonderful scene.
Yeah, yeah. And so I'm glad we're on the same page in regards to this. And Attack on Titan, we have to agree. When people talk negatively about it, it's funny. You have to sometimes rewatch things to re-experience the feelings that you initially had with them, and to experience the beauty of the anime itself because it is beautiful, it's wonderful, it's special. Yes, it has its flaws like all other anime, but it's blown me away so far. And yeah, it's really, really wonderful.
Completely agree. I think that the first time that I really sat down and watched Attack on Titan, I was like, okay, well, I don't get what all the hype's about. But, I've started kind of going back and watching bits and pieces here and there. And I'm like, I don't think I truly realized how beautiful and what a great story this anime is. It's really, really solid. It deserves to be up there with some of the best of all time. I'm not gonna lie.
Completely agree. So if you differ from this opinion listening, please send your emails to we won't respond at gmail.com. I'm just joking. No, no.
This is www.thisisnotafakeaccount.com.
Yeah. No, no, we value you. So send it to one of our Instagrams or TikToks, TikTokies would be great. But we'd be prepared to be shut down. I'm joking. No, be prepared to be listened to because we are people who are compassionate and caring. And life's hard. We want to make sure that you listen to and you've got a friend in us. Just like Buzz said to Woody, um, the same thing.
And just
Now,
like Thick Thunder said to us on that cold winter night.
Six Thunder did say that to us. That was special. That was a special moment. Now, let's talk about an improv scene because I've got a really special one planned. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Basically, how it's going to work, it's called um, Impressions, I think. No, it's not called Impressions, it's called something. So basically, what I say, I'm going to say a number between 1 and 10, or 1 and 10 to our audience. And you're gonna close your ears somehow, and turn me down somehow while I say that particular number. Okay, and then you're gonna ask questions, anime-based questions. So you could ask me, um, what character are you in Dragon Ball Z? And I can say Yamcha, and that would be like a 2 or a 3. And then at the end of 5 questions that you ask me, you have to guess the number between 1 and 10 that I am. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Oh, good. Have you played it before?
And let me know when you're ready, because I can just take out my earbuds and I won't be able to hear anything.
Okay.
No, I've never played it before, but it does. I've seen a video of it. It looks a lot of fun.
All right. All right. So take out your earbuds. The number is 5. Back in. Okay. All right. Ask me 5 questions.
Okay. This is going to be a yes or no question, just to mess with you. Would this number correlate to the number of stars on a Dragon Ball?
Yes.
Okay. Um, in My Hero Academia, which hero would this would like what is the this how would I say this? The what hero what hero does this number remind you of?
It would probably remind me of someone like Mount Lady.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. So in Demon Slayer, there are members of the Demon Slayer Corps that have some, and each style has different amounts of breathing techniques. Which breathing technique do you think has the relates to this number the best?
Oh, that's hard. That's so hard. Okay, I'd go with water breathing.
Hmm. Okay.
Final
All right.
question.
Okay. Um. Okay. Koro Sensei teaches a wide variety of students in E-class.
Mm.
Um, and as you know, one of his weaknesses is people can pin him down by his tentacles.
Mm.
So my question is, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that one. Okay, got it. How many clones of Koro Sensei do you think he can keep active at one time?
Oh no. There is a real answer to this, isn't there?
I have no idea, probably.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably around 6.
Okay. So
What's my
we
answer?
have that all right. So it is a certain number of stars on the Dragon Ball.
Mm.
It correlates to Mount Lady,
Mm.
water breathing. Mount
Mm.
Lady's pretty powerful, but she's pretty young. Water breathing has the most forms out of any breathing style.
That was an accident. I'm not too knowledgeable on that. But okay.
Okay, well, here's the thing though. I kind of expected that, but
Hmm.
I knew you'd go with water breathing because water breathing is powerful.
Yeah.
And so then when I asked about Koro Sensei, I forgot what question I asked about Koro Sensei.
How many duplicates can he make or
How
something?
many duplicates? Yes. And 6 is a pretty high number. But I don't think it's 6 because I don't think you would have told me that it's 6. Okay. But my guess is number 5.
Yes!
Yes!
Well done! Ah, good job. Very good job. Okay, that's your little tricks and mind tricks you did to me there. I like that. This is not the droid you're looking for.
These are not the droids I'm looking for.
All right, I'm gonna take my headphones off. You tell them a number and then do a thumbs up when you're ready.
Okay. All right, guys.
Ba,
So
ba, 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 ba.
we are going to do the number. Now, look, see? Now we got him. Now we got him. He's not listening now. All right, we're going to do the number 1, 2, 3.
All right. Alrighty, I'll ask you questions. If you were one of the Dragon Ball Z crew, who would you be?
Hmm. Specifically Z?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Krillin.
Okay. All right, that gives me a good clue. That puts me at about a 3 or 4. Uh, yeah, about a 3 or 4. Let's say, um, uh, let's say out of second question, in Spy Family, um, what would your character be?
Hmm. Anya.
Oh, damn. Very good. Demon Slayer, what's your character? Anya
Hmm.
Krillin.
Demon Slayer.
Because I'm at about a 5 at the moment.
I am going to go with Rui, the spider demon.
Ooh, what? That's a good choice. All right, so I'm at 5. Rui's going to take me down to a 4. Um, because she's not the greatest character. She's not the worst character. Move on to Attack on Titan. Who would your character be there?
Hmm. Oh gosh, I'm struggling to think. The girl that really likes potatoes.
All right,
Sasha.
Sasha takes me down to actually keeps me at about a 4. I don't mind Sasha. Um, all right, in the voice actor world, what voice actor will you be?
Mm, that's a really hard one. It's a really hard one. Um, Emily Rudd.
Emily Rudd. Well, who does she voice?
Well, she is. I think if I'm trying to remember correctly,
Hmm.
I think that's the name of the girl that plays Nami in the live action one,
Oh
but
yeah.
she plays a girl in Delicious in Dungeon.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'm still at about a 4. Then final question. Um, final question. If 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 I were to cosplay as someone, me, who would I cosplay as based on this number?
Hmm. Okay. That's a very good question. I'm gonna go. Um. Oh crap! I can't think of this guy's name, so I'm gonna think of somebody else. No. Okay, got it. Uh, if you don't know who this is, I'll clarify.
Mm-hmm.
The Crimson. No, not that guy. The Steel Alchemist.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know him. Mm-hmm. Okay, again, three, I'd say. So I'm gonna lock in. Let me look at your eyes quickly. One, two, three, four, five, six. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quickly before we finish.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez.
Three. Three is the answer. Am I right?
You're correct. It's three.
Yes! Oh my goodness. We are good at this game. That was fun.
That was fun.
It was hard to do, I'm not gonna lie though.
It
Um,
was hard. I don't know if it was easier thinking of questions or thinking of answers.
oh, could you take us out with the most motivational character? Because life's hard. We need some motivation. We need some inspiration. Take us out with a most motivational character you can think of. Please, Mr. Bjorvio.
Got it. Oh. Probably didn't come through. Stinking yelling characters. All right. So let me try another one. Hello, everyone, and thank you for listening today. I hope you enjoy the new improv. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I know life can get hard, but when you but just remember, there's always thunder, and it's always thick. Tune in next week for an exciting episode. And never forget, set your heart ablaze and go beyond.
Plus
Ultra.
Ultra.